Welcome back to Generative AI 101, the podcast that transforms the tangled web of AI and generative AI into a smooth, enjoyable ride. I'm Emily Laird, your trusty guide through the cutting-edge terrain of prompt engineering. Today, we're kicking off our prompt engineering series by diving into the basics, starting with zero-shot prompting, a fascinating trick in the AI playbook that lets machines perform tasks with no prior examples. Buckle up, folks, because we're about to make zero-shot prompting as digestible as your favorite comfort food. Welcome to Generative AI 101. All right, let's get into it. Imagine you're hosting a dinner party and someone asks you to whip up a dish you've never even heard of. You've got no recipe, no instructions, just your general cooking knowledge to go on. Somehow you manage to pull it off. That's zero-shot prompting in a nutshell. AI models, or LLMs, generating responses to tasks without having been specifically trained on those tasks. It's like expecting a stand-up comedian to nail a punchline without any rehearsal or a recipe to turn out perfectly without any trial runs. I'm thinking the technical in the Great British Baking Show tent, right? So in the world of AI or large language models, zero-shot prompting allows these LLMs to generate responses for tasks they haven't been explicitly trained on. It's all about leveraging this vast ocean of pre-existing knowledge these models have soaked up during their training phase. No specific examples or fine-tuning needed, just raw, unfiltered intelligence. So let's break it down. Say you ask a model, what's the capital of France? The model responds, the capital of France is Paris. Simple enough. But zero-shot prompting can do much more. So let's spice things up. Imagine asking the model to classify the sentiment of a sentence it has never seen before. Like, I absolutely love the new generative AI updates. The model might respond with positive, despite never having encountered that exact sentence during its training. It's like asking a toddler to explain quantum physics, and somehow they give you a coherent answer. To illustrate this further, let's run through a few more examples. Suppose you ask, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? The model will correctly answer Harper Lee. Now, try something trickier. Explain the significance of the French Revolution. Even without specific training, the model can provide a reasonable summary based on its extensive training data. It's not flawless, but it's impressively competent given the lack of direct examples. But as with all things in life, zero-shot prompting comes with its quirks. On the bright side, it's incredibly versatile. You can throw a variety of tasks at it. Sentiment analysis, language translation, even some basic arithmetic, and it will attempt to tackle them without breaking a sweat. It's also efficient. No need to spend time and resources on task-specific fine-tuning, just plug and play. However, it's not all sunshines, rainbows, unicorns. It's not my life, okay? Zero-shot prompting can sometimes struggle with accuracy. The responses might not always be as polished or precise as those from models that have been meticulously fine-tuned for these specific tasks. For complex or highly specialized tasks, it might stumble a bit, like asking a pastry chef to whip up a molecular gastronomy dish without prior training. Now, let's explore this fascinating quirk of large language models called the reversal curse. I don't know if you've heard of this, but I'm going to tell you. So zero-shot prompting often unearths this fascinating quirk that goes on. So this phenomenon was identified in a paper presented at the International Conference on Learning Representations, or ICLR, in 2024. The reversal curse is like that classic brain teaser where you know that cats chase mice, but you can't quite flip it to mice are chased by cats. Essentially, large language models really struggle to generalize reversed factual statements. For example, if a model is trained on the fact A is B, it has a hard time deducing that B is A. This issue isn't limited to a specific model. It's a consistent challenge across various sizes and families of models, okay? So researchers found that GPT-4, for example, and that's ChatGPT-4 is what I'm talking about, answered correctly 79% of the time when asked, who is Tom Cruise's mother? But only 33 when the question was reversed to who is Mary Lee Pfeiffer's son? That's Tom Cruise, okay? So you see this in action. And what does that tell us? Well, it highlights that gap in the logical deduction abilities of large language models. So these models can infer B is A if A is B is given in the context, but they struggle without direct training examples in both directions. It's like having all the ingredients for a perfect dish, but missing the recipe to combine them correctly. This example is meant to show that zero-shot prompting certainly has its limitations. So there you have it, a comprehensive look into the world of zero-shot prompting with a sprinkle of the reversal curse. It's a fascinating technique that shows just how far we've come in the realm of AI, machine learning, and large language models. And while it has its limitations, it also opens up a world of possibilities, making these models more adaptable and efficient. That's all for today's episode on zero-shot prompting. We're going to continue with this series and learn all about prompting. Next episode, we're going to learn one-shot prompting, so stay tuned. If you've got questions, thoughts, or just want to connect, you can find me on LinkedIn. Just look up Emily Laird, Laird, and let's keep the conversation going. Major kudos to all of you who have done that. It's so great to hear from folks. You can also book me to speak about all things AI, including prompt engineering. Just reach out to me on LinkedIn. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and remember, you know more about zero-shot prompting now than you did when you arrived.